Good morning to you all, and I hope you are all doing as well as can be expected. I am in good fettle. The kids are back to school full time, and my husband is back out working. All good. I receive a daily email from a thing called God Pause, and today, Wednesday, the passage they are considering is from the book of Romans, chapter 12, verses 1 to 8. I love these verses, and I learnt the first couple off by heart when I was a new Christian. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as living sacrifices, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing and perfect will. And I just recently read these verses in the Message translation, and I really like how they phrase it. Here's what the Message translation says. So here's what I want you to do. God helping you take your everyday, ordinary life, your sleeping, eating, going to work and walking around life, and place it before God as an offering. Embracing what God does for you is the best thing you can do for him. Don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God. You'll be changed from the inside out. Readily recognise what he wants from you and quickly respond to it. Unlike the culture around you, always dragging you down to its level of immaturity, God brings the best out of you, develops well-formed maturity in you. It's really good, isn't it? I really like that. Paul, who's thought to have written the book of Romans to the Christian believers in Rome, is answering the question, the big question. So what do we do now? Well, now what? We follow Jesus. So what? What do we do? And that question has been around ever since the beginning. And we're told it's not just about changing your mind about things, it's a whole body change, a whole life change. The gospel that we've heard and responded to invites us to be changed by God in every aspect of our lives. Worship is just not for a Sunday. It's not just about that 1 hour a week where we spend time considering God. It's every day. Every part of our life needs transformation. How we deal with things at work, how we are in our families, how we are when we go to the shops, how we treat other people. It's all about that. That's all we can bring before God, is how we live out our ordinary, everyday life. Can we do that to the best of our abilities? And thankfully, this hugely required transformation doesn't depend on us, on our strength, but it comes to us through the death and resurrection of Jesus, through our faith in him. Later on in the passage, Paul reminds us as well that we're a team, that we're in this together, that this is really hard. Being transformed is not a straightforward process, it's not easy, but we're a team, we're all in it together. It's not only about those who can preach or teach, or those who give the most money, or those who are merciful. It's about everybody and all of us. And we've all been given special gifts from the Holy Spirit when we first decided to follow Jesus. So I'll leave you with this thought. What's your superpower? Are you the one that cheers people up when they're in despair? Do you know how to sort stuff out? Are you great at explaining really hard stuff? Are you good at being nice and doing nice things for people? Do you have great ideas about how to share the gospel with others? If you're not sure what spiritual gifts you have, ask God to make it obvious to you. Ask your friends, they'll know. The Church of God, the Church of Jesus, needs all the people with all their different gifts. So we need you. Don't forget, you're part of the team. Amen.